What's up, everybody? This is the Put Me on Something podcast. I am your co-host of today. My name is Eurosign, and obviously we have our main host of this beautiful show, as always.
What's up, guys? Alejandro Gomez.
Yes,
Yeah,
of
man.
course.
And this is Eurosign
I was
Jr.
telling you to go.
Yeah.
I know, but then
I brought it into
called
him.
you-
He's
You got to my right, young Eric, whatever.
young
Oh,
Euro.
my bad. He wanted the don't spotlight.
Man, whatever.
Well, he said host. I mean, I ain't the host.
I ain't a hoe. No, that's good.
Hostess.
That's good. Thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Puma Sunday podcast.
We
What's up,
appreciate you guys tolerating.
Appreciate ya.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that part's gonna stay in, but whatever.
It's gonna
stay in.
It's
this
fun.
This is raw talk. Today.
I feel like we're all in a cranky mood right
Yeah,
now.
we really are, bro.
You gotta woke me up from a
Yeah,
nap.
I mean, and then I'm tired from work too.
And
And
then
shit
you
like
guys
that.
know what happened with my personal shit today.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
telling me about it. You want to talk about it
It's been a
now?
rough week for everybody.
Nah, but I'll be alright.
Oh, okay. Why?
Already figuring out my exit plan,
Damn.
financials, backups, everything in between. It's easier said than done. I've been in this pickle before, but I'll pick myself back up, and it's all about like, I don't know. I guess building character, a new chapter in your life, and there's pros and cons to it. You know, it's a beautiful thing. At least I don't have to deal with those people.
Can't sit
anymore.
still. Gotta keep moving.
Yeah, gotta keep moving and shit. And it's so fucking crazy though, because like literally like 2 days ago, I was thinking about what if I was pushed to the edge and I had to get rid of this, I had to sell.
And then
this,
today
that.
came.
And it's something
You
like that.
manifested
it.
Something.
You know-
that's what I'm saying too. What if I did bring it out by thinking that?
But you know what's funny though, because I mean, you might look at it as like a negativity thing, but also do it as a positivity thing, because that's probably holding you back, and like now maybe it's time for you to do like do something better, you know, in life. Like I'm not gonna bring it up to but I won't say who it is.
Go ahead.
I have a family member that had like I was talking to today, and he's having like relationship problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's getting to the point where it's getting toxic and stuff like that. And there's all the signs that where they should move out, they should do what they need to do.
They
you
should
know,
split.
And the thing is about relationships, you know, it's hard because I
Yeah.
mean, you get so used to some person.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly. But I was telling them, I'm like, bro, like, if this is happening, you see all the red flags, it's affecting your work, it's affecting your mental health, affecting your rent, affecting your money. Like, that should show you that it needs to be moved out. He's like, I know, but it's hard, you know. It's like, where am I going to go from here? I'm like, bro, like, there's places to move out. You have family members, you have this and that. Start from the bottom and work your way back up. Like, before you were with that person, you were doing really good. You were making your money and this and this and that. And once you got with that person, from the moment you got with that person, it just started declining.
Yeah.
And now you're in the hole. You're all here fucking taking care of them, taking care of you. Like, at some point, like, there's science telling you, like, bro, it's time to... Even though I know you feel bad for that person because that person's going through mental problems, they're always in the hospital, you know, blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
this and this and that. But at the end of the day, you can only really think about yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your choice, and it is hard because it's practice what you preach.
Yeah.
Do they have kids?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay, so, I
a
mean,
couple
that makes it a
couple
bit
animals here and
more-
there. Yeah, but I'm saying
A bit more direct.
exactly, and that's all I was telling him, and I told me it's funny because I just went to church last weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start going to church every Saturday and stuff like that.
Good shit.
And I was telling him like,
What's up?
I was telling them, I'm like, hey, like I went to church, and it's funny because I didn't even fucking know what was going on with the priest. I didn't understand anything what the priest was saying, so I was falling asleep. I was like getting tired, you know, just time, you know, because it's just boring. But when I was like nodding off, like in my mind I reflected and like kind of like had a flashback about all the dumb bullshit I done in my life, from 3 years from now or 4 years from 4 years ago to now. And I'm like, damn, like there's so much shit I could fix on myself. There's so much shit that needs to be done for me to change my ways. And it's funny though, cause like it wasn't even him talking to me like the preacher or anything. It was just me, like just reflecting my own. I'm like, is this the path you want to go? Cause if you want to go down this path, here's your choices. So like, and it was weird cause like
It's like something whispered into you.
exactly. And then when I came out of church, I was like weight off my shoulder. I felt more cleansed, more pure. And I was telling them the same thing, like, bro, like, that was a sign for me to change, like, do better for, like, it's weird, because, like, people always tell you, like, you need to stop drinking, you need to stop doing this, you know, everybody tells you, like, different things, you know, but, like, there's always areas of, like, what do you call it, like, worship areas where you go to, like, it kind of, like, clears up your mind and kind of, like, opens up, like, the bigger picture of the whole value of what you're living for.
Sometimes it's just not necessarily like it's the beautiful place. Like you have like a place of peace.
Yeah.
But sometimes it might not be a religious place. But sometimes it's just
Something.
putting yourself in a different situation or scenario and stuff.
And I was telling them too, I'm like, maybe if I didn't have this epiphany, I guess, I wouldn't be, like, the funny thing is I haven't talked to him in like months. And after I go to church, a couple days later, I get this call like they're going through the same shit that I'm going through, like just like mental problems, like stress about the relationship. I'm not, my relationship's good, but like what to do with their life, like they're in the same routine every day, and then, like, you know, when you're in the same routine every day, you just feel like you're not doing anything with you're trapped, and they're in the same spot. I'm like, bro, like, go to church, go do this and this and that. Like, something up there is telling you this is not working out. And it's giving you hints and all, but you're not seeing them or you're not taking them. And it's going to suck because once you take them, it's going to hurt you. It's going to make you sad. It's going to make you depressed, but it's going to show you the light to where you need to go. Mm-hmm. Like, you need to fucking go through the dark, deep ends to explore the sea levels of the upper of what's the bright up there. Instead of, because you're going to go dark down there where it's no light. But once you explore that, you'll start slowly rising and you start seeing a little bit more and more of the light and where you need to go.
That's funny.
And he's all like, whoa, like...
Because I heard this thing, because I was going through that shit
a couple months, months ago. We talked about it.
And I started going to church and doing therapy, and I started feeling better. Mm-hmm. It's not, but there's just one thing that I kept seeing that... Not trying to get religious, but like I said, like...
fuck it, let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's Christian Podcast 101.
That's funny. I'll have a little joke right now. But anyways, I was like, kept saying that God will break you down and put you at your lowest, and then he'll build you back up. So he'll pretty much put you through hell first, so then you can come back up, build yourself back up.
Which is true, man.
Which is true. Because I feel like that, like, damn, if I wouldn't have gone through all that, what happened? I wouldn't be the person I am today, which is not saying I'm a completely changed man, but
you're getting better because
I'm a changed person from what I was then.
Yeah,
because I realized all my mistakes. I was like, damn, I wasn't doing this, I wasn't doing that, and like now I'm like, okay, now that I realize all that, I'm like, all right, I understand that.
Yeah, because from like when you first started dating my cousin to where you're at right now, you were like very negative and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Not to bring up your stuff, but now you're actually like working towards it. You're actually more positive, and it brings better vibes. And I feel like you more like I seen you more glowing the last couple of months than you ever have. Which is I'm not trying to like toot your own horn and stuff like that, but I mean it is true. Like we go into like a deep spot in our mind or whatever it is that we start hating everything we do, hating everything around us, and once we accept it, like, hey, like, you're going through this shit for a reason. Accept it, go through the pain, go through the whatever it needs to be, but it always gets better at the end. Yeah. And like me, like I was saying, I'm an alcoholic. I've been drinking my whole life. Got worse a couple months ago, a couple years ago. I got worse. I actually been really, really clean for like the last... I think this year's actually where I kind of like toned down a lot with my drinking. Mm-hmm. But like the last 4 years, where I was like deep down in that shit where I was like nothing but like depression, went through so much shit, got, jumps and got beat up and, a bunch of shit. Yeah. But the funny thing is, like, I felt like I had to go through that shit. And I'm still going through the same battle right now. I still battle my addiction. I still do whatever. Yeah. But like now that I'm going to church and kind of like talking to people and opening up more about my shit, I feel like there's more positive coming out of it than negativity. Mm-hmm. And so like holding everything in and like thinking,
it feels good when you let it out. Like
it does.
It really does. Man.
I feel weak. I feel like a bitch sometimes when I tell people like, oh, I'm gonna.
But that's a problem in our society, bro. I mean, I do agree with it and I disagree with it, and it's kind of how things are. Is that men keep it short and sweet. Like, we can't really talk about that for the good and the bad. The bad being we bottle it up. The good is we're not wasting time doing that. Mm-hmm. However you interpret that is how you interpret it. But what I'm saying is, especially in the Latino culture, you don't speak about those things. You're told to stop crying and stuff. Yeah, of course, but no one wants to hear a crying toddler, 7-year-old, whatever. But at what point it's like, do you process the situation? Do you think about it? Okay, you just bottle up in anger. And then, long story short, you end up, the only sociable emotion that we're allowed to show, socially acceptable, is happiness and anger. Mm-hmm. And we reflect on anger being a masculinity, aggressive, a defense. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's one of those things too and stuff. And it's like, also at the same time, one advice I can give with that is kind of sitting down with yourself, processing that. And then, trying to reach out to, someone you trust, maybe another man, to speak about those things. Someone that is in that same chapter, same eyesight with you. Because if they're not on the same page with you, you can't have that discussion with them yet. You know what I'm saying? Just one of those things. True.
Yeah.
Time and place for everything.
Like, I have a little quote that I saw. It's like, when you go to the gym and you do a hard workout, shoulders, chest, whatever it is, back, whatever. How do you feel after you do a really good workout? You feel weak, right? Like your body feels weak and all that. but then you get stronger.
Yeah, it's like a good week.
It's like you gotta get weak first before you get stronger. You gotta be vulnerable before you feel strong. And it's true. Like something you just gotta break down. And then there's a lot of like scenarios, like stigmas about, oh man, can't be fucking weak, can't do this and that. But sometimes the men that hold everything in are the strongest persons ever are the same people that are going through depression, kill themselves, or go through so much fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, and don't feel, just because you feel weak, you crying, doesn't mean that you're a bitch.
I feel like the you know, like the strongest men are the people the strongest men are the ones that can let it out and talk about it. You know what I mean? Instead of the ones holding it in.
Yeah, because they've been through that shit.
The person that holds it in is the one that's fucking dying and not knowing what's
so much
it's
anger.
like a bridge is about to collapse, man. And then it's understandable and stuff too. And then no one wants to feel like that. And sometimes you might not even know you feel like that until something happens where it unlocks it, and you've had all this anger built up. Because I remember when I went through a dark hole. Speaking of that, you know those pictures you sent me, Alejandro? Yeah, he sent me pictures like a couple days ago of some family photos we took, and those photos from like what 2 years ago. Yeah. So around that time was kind of towards the end ish or 3/4 in of this negative space I was in. And I remember it sent me down a rabbit hole through my photos of the past and stuff. And I went through these photos like 2 years ago, and I was like in the darkest place in my life. And you know what's the craziest thing? I realized I was still me. Like, I was doing more promiscuous behavior, drinking a lot more, experimenting a lot more, and in a dark place. But what I'm saying is, on the outside, I was still me. I was still doing clothes. I was still pulling up the video shoots. I was still making up, collabing for the artists. I was still having fun. I had great memories of you and my brother. Like, and I still have wonderful moments. And I was still productive, but I was going through something by myself. Like, it blows my mind to think, and then I put it in perspective, think, what else can someone be going through? That they're going jolly, they're the same old functioning person that you've always known, but inside they're going through something. Because it was like one of the darkest holes I've ever spent in my life, a dark hole that I'm glad that I've healed from, that I remember thinking I was basically on the ground, bro. And then to move forward now and like kind of laugh about it, like, holy shit, dude, I was bad. But you laugh at yourself because like I feel better now, and I'm glad I didn't reflect on impulsive emotions and stuff. Glad I didn't hold on to something. I'm glad I tapped into myself to let things go. And yeah, there's still a couple of things I gotta learn and live with and stuff and let go. But like I realized so much. And going back to what I was saying is like I reached a breaking point that I felt like I was fine and shit. But I feel like I realized I had a bunch of anger built up, like just anger built up my whole life and shit. And just to realize I had to process it before I could even let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a collapse of a dam.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need that shit though.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm telling you, like me, like going through all my shit. Like I grew up I grew up in a Mexican household, so it's like the men hold their anger, hold their sadness. You don't show no fucking. You're just like basically like a fucking robot. You work, you eat, you take a shit, you back like routine. That's all it is. And my dad never really cried in front of us. Like now that we're getting older, he's kind of showing more emotions. But even to this day, like I asked my mom, like how does my dad like with arguments? And it's like, no, your dad doesn't talk to me about it, like anything. He just holds it in, all that. And when he gets drunk or sometimes he like everything all comes out. So my dad has like so much anger, and all that and whatever. And that was the same way when I was growing up.
Is he still like that right now?
He's changing.
He seems from when I met him, he seems more
like at peace but not fully there.
Yeah, but he seems more, I don't know how to put it, more like happier. Not happier, but content? Like in a better attitude, I guess.
More light.
Yeah,
more
light. Yeah, light.
Yeah, because he's had a couple of those moments now that he's getting older, and it's because I think he's starting to see how my sister and I are. Because me personally, since I got with my girl Jasmine, I've been more open about like my shit. Most of the time it's always just me holding everything in, bitching, crying. None of that I would never show anybody. And my ex-girlfriends and all like that, I would just be more tough and be more of an asshole. And I'm still an asshole. I'm learning to be better. It's hard, but I'm actually opening up more about like what I'm going through. Like instead of like holding it in when I get home, I'm like, hey babe, pissed off right now with this and this and that, and then I start kind of like teary eyed. I'm like, I just gotta let it out. Like I don't know why I'm crying. Like there's no reason for me crying. I feel like a bitch for crying. Yeah. So I know, let it out. Like there's a reason why you're crying. Like there's a reason why you feel like this. Yeah. And once I'm done like feeling the way I am, letting it all out, I feel like I feel so good, man. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like a bitch doing it, but it's like no,
Yeah.
like do it. I mean, because you rather be a bitch crying right now than holding the anger and taking on people you love, and then lose the people you love, and at the end of the day, you're gonna be alone.
Yeah.
Like, don't lose the relationship just because of your ego or how you feel. Let it out. Be vulnerable to us so we could see the real you instead of fucking seeing the asshole that you are and this and that.
Yeah.
And that's I don't know. That's how I've been like living my life for the last couple months. Like this just all started like in the last maybe 2 or 3 months, maybe 2 months. And then I will go in church. I mean, I went Sunday, first time in like fucking years or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And and we're gonna go again this Sunday,
Nice.
and we're gonna start going almost every Sunday.
Nice.
And just I don't know if I'm gonna pick something up from church.
Let me
if it's
tell you
gonna
this.
change me.
Like when I was going through my shit, I didn't even think about God or going to church and everything.
I didn't either.
And there's just one Sunday, because my mom goes to church every Sunday. She like gets ready. I know her routine.
Mm.
And I was just like, I woke up and I was like, man, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what to do anymore, you know? Because I was stressing about this, stressing about work, stressing about what to do in life. So I got on my computer and like, I'm gonna apply for some jobs and try to figure out what new job I want to get, something new, start fresh, you know?
Change of pace.
Yeah. And I couldn't find anything. It was just the same jobs I kept seeing over, like nothing that I could qualify for or was my thing, kind of job, you know? And I just closed off my computer. And I just sat at my desk like, damn, what do I do, you know? Like almost ready to cry and not knowing what to do. And then I heard my mom's voice. She was like talking to my brother like about something. Like she was in the kitchen. They're over there, you know?
Yeah.
And I heard her voice. And I know I heard like a voice in my head, like, go to church. I was like, all right. So I got up and like walked over there like to the hallway. And then I asked my mom, like, you gonna go to church? And like, yeah, you want to go? Like, she never asked me, like you want to go? I don't know. She just asked me, like, yeah, why, you want to go? Yeah. Like, she got all excited and happy. She started praying, like, saying, like the hallelujah.
Her prayers got answered.
Hallelujah. Like, yeah, she did. She's like, my prayers are answered. One of my boys is finally coming back. Because she used to take us to church all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just dragging us to church. It's not like we wanted to go. So it's different.
She's
you know,
forcing you.
Yeah, and then I want to be there.
It wasn't by choice.
Yeah, so like now when I started going, like I didn't even know I wanted to go because I don't know what I was going to learn or anything or pick up anything. But I went, and every time I went, like it was something relatable, like the whatever the pastor was preaching.
Yeah.
Oh, how you found something?
Yeah, then
No,
whatever.
yeah, I felt that before. Or when you randomly tune in, it's kind of reflecting to the current situation.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what was going on, and it helped a little bit every time, and like I felt a little bit at peace. I still felt like shit when I would leave, and I'd come home and I would just sit down, like fuck. I still felt like that.
Yeah.
Whatever I was going through, and then but I remember when I went to church, I felt a little bit at peace, and I started praying more, started like talking to
Just
God
open
and
up
everything. And
open a new light.
Yeah, and I started like feeling better. I started like
That's beautiful.
praying, and then like stuff started happening. You know, I started believing more.
Yeah.
And every day I pray now. Like I pray more, and then I know I don't get all preaching and stuff, but like just like last week we were staying at your mom's house because my girl's fixing her stuff, you know, her RV and everything.
You weren't here last week.
No, I heard at your place, your mom's house. Well, last week, whatever.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks, whatever.
I was like, I missed you last week. I know you weren't there.
My girl's complaining about her new job because she's not feeling it. So she like I'm not really feeling this job, whatever. And that we had talked that night before. And I go, all right, cool, whatever we talked about. She talked about it. And next day, on my way to work, like I pray sometimes when I'm driving, and I actually pray for everybody. Like, oh, thank you, like for everything. Thank you for my family, friends, and everything.
Yeah.
And I pray for my girls, you know, her and daughter. And then like I don't know, I just pray like, hey, bless on my girl's job, her new job, like, or her, hopefully she'll find something new, better, you know, something like that. And I pray for whatever, and then, you know, whatever, I went to work. And then, like, an hour or two into work, he's texting me back, like, oh, my old job wants me back. They want to do an interview with me. So, like, whatever it's and that, you know. I was like, damn. And I don't know if, like, my prayers got answered, but, like, the first time I did it, I was like, damn.
Positivity.
It could be, man.
Who knows? But,
Yeah.
like,
And then like
That is crazy though. Like,
no, it's a beautiful thing.
yeah, it is. It is true. Like, my whole life, like, I live off like I don't know how to explain it to you, but like I believe in God, but I also don't believe in like
Religion?
no, I believe in relationship. It's just I don't believe in like all your prayers are gonna be answered and this and this and that, you know.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I might be a hypocrite because now that I'm getting older, I'm like, bro, like I haven't been through a lot of shit like other people have, but I've been through my own shit where like it affects me personally. It gives me trauma, like, you know. But just that one time that I went to church was like eye-opening, which I don't know how to explain it to because I wasn't even paying attention to the priest. 'Cause I couldn't even fucking hear him. It was fucking muffled with the speakers and shit. But like, just being there, like, kind of like, I'd open up my eyes in like my own way, you know. Like everybody has their own type of way how they feel and shit. But coming out, like, damn, like, I could do better. Like I gotta go through this fucking bullshit. I gotta go through these hard things just to be better. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, cause for the last couple months and so I feel like I just been in the same fucking routine every day.
Yeah.
Like same fucking route, same fucking work, gym, home, smoke weed, drink whatever. And like now that I've been going to church, like a lot of shit's been happening to me. Like, which is funny. Like I only went one time on Sunday, and this whole week, like I've been getting like a lot of fucking like opportunities, and like I'm scared to take them. I'm like fucking like, I'll take here. You know, I don't take all of them, but like take the ones that I think I could like achieve. And it's hard because I mean I don't know if it's like the God is like judge like testing me to like push myself to the limit, you know, shit like that. But it's just crazy how like since I went to church, like I've been seeing more like my mind's been more clear, and I'm getting all these job opportunities, like get this new job, get this and this and that, and like it's crazy because like I'm scared. It gives me like anxiety, but it's like, bro, like maybe there's a reason why you're getting this. Like maybe you're like finally like getting to that next step.
Yeah.
And you know when people get to that next step, they either they make it or they break it, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm like nervous to do it. I'm like, no, let my dad handle it. But I'm like at the same time, maybe they call me for a reason. They want me to do it, not my dad, not somebody else to take over like my weight. I'm getting the weight for a reason. Maybe to make it bigger, make me fucking stronger, weaker, who it is, or make me, or teach me a lesson.
Yeah.
I might fail from it, but I might learn a lesson from it.
And sometimes like it's just even if that little detail of learning and stuff, you know.
Yeah, and
work on something for 2 hours just to learn that tiny little detail. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I feel like you can't hear me.
No, I hear you now. And like every day, I actually been listening to a lot of like motivation speakers and like just like kind of get my mind more positive instead of like being like listening to the stupidest shit that I watch, TikTok stuff. Like it's all been about like motivation about the gym, motivation about work, motivation about like health, like just motivation about like, hey, get your ass up, do it. Like you don't like it, get you up and do it. Like fuck it. Like what do you have to lose?
Yeah. Let me ask you this, because you're talking about new opportunities and stuff like that. Have you had an opportunity, and then you realize, or you follow your gut feeling? You know what I mean? Like, is this shit's for me or it's not for me?
Yeah.
Have you ever had that one? Have you guys like?
I had a friend one time reach out to me about 7 years ago, and he had an opportunity. He's like, hey, like you're my good friend. I've known you since high school. I haven't talked to him like 3 years at that time. Like after high school, I stopped talking to him because I was doing my own thing with work or whatever. And then they were partiers, like they used to party all hard. And he's like, hey man, he's like just reaching out to you because you're one of my friends from high school. I know you, I trust you and all that. We've been through a lot of bullshit because we did a lot of crazy shit. He never snitched me out, And he asked me, he's like, hey, I have a job opportunity. All you have to do is just come and speak with me, like go up to like speak and I don't do a lot.
A pyramid scheme?
Kind of like that, right?
I knew it.
And I'm like, nah, I'm good where I'm at right now. And I look at him right now, and he's living the life. He the other day he was in Italy, living his life. He's making money. He has his cars, trucks, and I don't know if it's true and all that. If he's just like kind of flexing all that, but like if I would have taken the opportunity, maybe I would have been the same. Like,
but did you get a gut feeling like, nah, I shouldn't do this, or
I got nervous and scared.
Yeah.
I was comfortable where I'm at. I didn't want to take that next step.
Yeah.
But 3 of my friends are on the same path as he is doing, and they're doing really well for their lives. So I'm like, maybe I would have taken that path. Maybe I would have been the same way. But who knows? Like you said, pyramid scheme. Who knows if they're doing that the right way or the illegal way?
Or it's just social media and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I never had that gut feeling. What I had was anxiety. Like, no, I'm good where I'm
Like
at.
that.
Kind of like a fear
thing,
of not do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy because I did. I kind of faced it the other day when I had some paperwork that I was supposed to submit. Like it's the whole I-9 legality bullshit for the business, and I was like, my first initial thought was like, oh, this looks too complicated. Do it tomorrow. Tomorrow came, I faced it, and then I was like, nah, I could do it tomorrow. But I was like, nah, bro, it's early in the morning. Let's do this. So I made myself do it. Printed out the paper. It wasn't that bad, and I finished it in 20 minutes. My point being, the usual me would have just put it off for next week, and then I realized, what are you waiting for? Like, what was I even waiting for? And I was just happy that I accomplished that for myself because I would just run away from it. Anything with business and legal wise, if it's art or how like doing the creative stuff, I'm all for it. But it's like the legal stuff, I would always run away from it. Yeah. And I actually did it. Like I feel proud of myself that I did it. And it was for what? And I was thinking, oh, I gotta contact someone to help me do this. Like I did it myself. And everything's going good. I got submitted. I got clear, emailed back. Everything's good and clear. And it's like point is, I had that anxiety feeling. Like no, this is too complicated. Walk away. You know what I'm saying? And like normally I wouldn't admit that. But it's crazy that we're talking about that.
Growing up, that's what it is. Realizing that we gotta go through the test.
Yeah, Can you hear me? Ah, damn it. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry. You know, it's real quick though. Going off everything we're talking about, is the most mind craziest thing is that last night after I came home from the gym, I had the most peaceful like prayer. Because every night I pray, like, well, I try to and stuff. But I actually prayed how happy and content I was because the last 2 days I've been so productive and feeling proud of myself.
Right.
And then today to get this news and stuff that I told you guys about, it's like 4 steps backwards. But it's like going off what you guys are saying. Maybe it's a sign. Like
maybe
it's a
you
new
needed
chapter.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just crazy though.
That's
like,
crazy because at work, like I'm the type of person that doesn't like to get in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm like a goody good kid, and lately
Teacher's pet.
lately I've been getting in trouble. Not in trouble, but like
slipping up a bit.
Slipping up, yeah. And then I was like, my sleep schedule sucks, so I'm like always tired.
Yeah.
So like at work, I was dozing off, and I like started like falling asleep like a little bit. I wouldn't fall asleep, but I'm like close my eyes and like wake up because I already know like I shouldn't be asleep, And I guess my lead saw that, so she came up to me like, "Hey, I noticed that you're sitting down and you're like dozing off. Like, are you okay?" I'm like, yeah. I'm like just tired, Okay, well I know we can't have that, like you can't have any sleep. I'm like, oh, like in my head I was like, well damn, like I'm tired, like I'm tired, but like I'm like okay, I know, like I never.
Like, bro, it was intentional.
But I didn't think I would get caught because that's not the first time that has happened. Like it happens every other day when I'm really tired, like I'm like dozing off and shit like that. But I was like, damn, like usually I don't get caught or nothing ever happens. No one says anything, and this time I did, and then I'm saying like, what if I'm like I'm not meant to be here anymore? Because I've already been at that job for like a good while now. And, like I've been looking for other opportunities, and like like I think it's time to get out of here because lately I haven't been liking that job. Like I've been like, it's time for me to fly. And
it's a sign.
Get out of there,
Because if you feel that way, you're that tired at a job, that job's not meant for you. You should enjoy what you're doing. I mean, you're not gonna enjoy it 100%. There's times where you're gonna fucking hate it. There's times where you're gonna cry about it. You're gonna bitch about it. But if you enjoy it at least 85% of the time, it's a good job.
Yeah, like can you bear with it? Can we work with this? You know what I mean? Because we're all jumping through hoops, and might as well jump through hoops where it's like it's not too bad. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But it's like, or at least somewhere where if you gotta crash and burn and stuff like through it, you're gonna grow. You actually do grow, not the fucking they say you grow, but it's only 30 cents more, or the same position, or management changes by the time you can grow, and it's a bullshit job. And like how mine happened and stuff, the management and everything's changing. One effect from someone, take it out on everybody. Basically, they want to just clear it out and start new. You know what I'm saying?
Same with me. Like my job, like I've been doing my job since I could even remember. Like the first thought,
First when I met you, bro, the 10 plus years I've known you, you've been doing that.
Yeah, exactly. And there's been so many times I want to quit, but you know what's funny? Like when I want to quit, I'm like close to quitting, or I take days off, like a week, 2 weeks off of work, and I miss it. And when I get back to it, I'm like, damn, like I miss this shit, Now I'm getting more experience. I'm getting more leveled up. Or what I'm doing now, hard work, I don't enjoy as much as what I do now. Other things, So it's like, labor is the first step. Now I'm like managing it, and the next thing I'm taking over. So now I'm managing a little bit more. I'm doing a little bit more extra like side jobs and stuff like that, and I'm enjoying it more than working with the guys like hard labor. I could still do it. Like don't get me wrong, I could still get that, but I enjoy more doing like the side jobs, side projects and stuff like that, and it's like I love it, dude. Like this is what I think. And then people have given me opportunities to do other things, make other money, other jobs, stuff like that. And I've considered it, but at the end of the day, I'm like, this is what I was built for, and I can make it bigger. Like so, I enjoy what I do. I mean, like I said, 85% of the time I like what I do. The other 15%, or was it the other 15%? I hate it because of the heat, tiredness. It takes over my life. Like there's times where I don't even come home till like 7, 8 o'clock sometimes. Like today I was late because I was doing some other jobs, But I mean at the end of the day, it's like I love doing that. Like I don't complain about like, I gotta go look at this job. Like fuck, like I gotta go talk to this person. I'm like, no, let's fucking see what happens. Like let's see what we get out of it. Yeah. And I don't know. Like the last couple of times, like the last year or so, I've been like kind of thinking about like, damn, like I do really enjoy it. Like I do. Like this is what I want to do, and this is what I was built for. It just, I wasn't built to be a labor worker forever. I did my do's and D's, whatever it's called. Now it's time to level up and do the next step. Yeah. And now that's where I'm getting into right now. And like what it is with you guys, like any job you guys get, you might not like it at first, but if that job gives you the opportunity to level up and you want it, like take that shit, Because a lot of people hate their jobs and this and this and that. Like, if it's not for you, then move on to the next step. Or if it's something that you don't like, then that job offers other like steps, other like opportunities, then take it and then try that out and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's all easier said than done, bro. It's just starting to look for it, because then the job market's hard. Everyone's trying to find something they can at least work with and grow.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like don't have like certain skill sets or a degree, but a degree like you can argue doesn't even work. Doesn't even matter anymore. But I agree with personally, but point is like taking that time and that initiative to move forward and stuff. You might be there still, but since you're gonna be there for another 3 months, 6 months, might as well look for something to pop up.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
And that's how I felt. Like I feel like I basically was doing like running in circles in my life. But I'm like, nah, bro. Like I'm running in circles because I'm not pushing myself to the limit, to the extreme. I'm comfortable where I'm at.
That's a good point.
And it's like push yourself, like do better. Like now that I'm pushing myself, talking to clients more, getting out of the box, to the unknown. Like it's scary, but also like to like learn new things about it. It's
Right.
crazy, dude.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't know how to explain it to you, but I've always been like, I'm good where I'm at, and now
Yeah.
that I'm kind of pushing myself out of the box, doing different things, it's scary. But it's like, bro, like now that I'm doing that, like, bro, there's money here. Like, why the fuck was I scared of doing this shit? Like, why?
Probably realized this wasn't too bad, or
It
once I
wasn't
got
bad.
out of
It
this
just-
thing, I
yeah.
can do it.
And,
Guess it
and
wasn't
then,
bad after all.
huh?
Guess it wasn't
Yeah,
so bad
for real.
after all.
And I don't know if it's because of the gym, because the gym like helps me a lot too. It kind of clears my mind, but also like pushes me harder. So when I do a set, and I'm like, no, one more set, one more rep, whatever. And I've done that with my work. Like
Just one
I
more
get
thing.
home and I'm tired, and I get a call. Hey, the job came up. I could either say no, like let it go, or like, hey, let's go see it, and then I'll go check it out. I mean, it could be an opportunity, it could be a waste, but at the end of the day, it's a lesson. And that's how I kind of kept my mind open now. Like everything I do in life, even if it's fucking bad, good, worse, great, whatever it is, it's a lesson. You're gonna learn from it either way what it is. Like the other day, I had a big complaint. I don't get complaints. So when I got this complaint and a bad nasty text from that client, I'm like, damn, it made me feel like shit.
Yeah.
But then I got that shit done, fixed it, and I apologized. I'm like, hey, this, I'm sorry this happened, but won't happen again. I apologize. Let's get it fixed. Got that done, and then she was so happy about the way it got done. I got 2 new clients.
Nice.
So then they like, hey, here you did so and so. Can you come do this for me and check it out? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then I got those 2 new jobs.
Nice.
So like I'm saying, like I could, for her yelling at me, I could have been like, fuck you,
Yeah.
find someone else.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I took it to the gut, took it or to the stomach. Fuck it sucked.
Took it in the chin.
Yeah, because it made me feel like kind of like type of way. Like I got
Yeah.
like nervous, I got anxiety, and I told my girl like, I was like, I'm it's sad because I don't get this shit. Like I don't get complaints. And she's like,
That's how I feel. Like I was telling, like at work when I got caught, I'm like, damn, I don't usually get told something bad in there.
Oh, okay.
So like when you get like actually, like, damn, you feel like shit.
But I mean, it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
So you got that, which means don't do it again. Do better.
You too. Fix your houses.
Yeah,
Get them
exactly.
done right.
Exactly.
Just
You know,
kidding.
right? Don't fuck up the first
Yeah,
time.
and it is true
Yeah.
because I half-assed it because I was all like, I'll get it done Monday, and I just did like a quick fix on it. Was a leak.
Yeah.
And I was just tired, lazy. I was literally fucking lazy. That's all it was. It was just no excuse, just fucking laziness.
Half-assed it.
Half-assed it, and I just did it real quick. And then she calls me about an hour later. Hey, like, my whole fucking back, not like that, but like my whole backyard's flooded. What you're supposed to fix, you made it worse. I'm not a happy camper. It's like, I don't know what you need to do, but you need to come down and fix it. And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, fuck this bitch. Like, I know what I'm doing. Like, like, why you fucking complaining?
Yeah.
And I go back, and it was my mistake. I did fuck up. And I told them, hey, I apologize. I fucked up. This and this. I didn't tell her like that, but I was just saying I apologize. I didn't do the job right. I was rushing it. I'll fix it, and I won't charge you the full price. She's okay, and I fixed it. And she still paid me the full price because she
Yeah.
was happy how everything got done.
Right.
Plus, I got 2 new calls. So I'm like, damn, like, instead of being like scared about it and just walk away from that, I faced it and I went through the fucking like the how you call it, like the fear of it.
Yeah.
And
Face
just
face
her being angry at me and just face the fear and got it done the right way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and then at least in this sense, she was a cool person that respected.
Yeah, because I could have had an asshole.
Yeah, because you could have gaslit her, on something that she don't know, or you could have just dismissed it and fixed it, or she could have just gone the same way with you. She could have gone at you like, well, tripping on you. Well, this is a terrible service. I don't fuck with it. Or I'm being half-assed.
And that's how I was at too. I'm like,
because some people you can't admit like that. Some people you don't deserve to be straight up with the, hey, I messed up. Some people will drag you through the mud with that. I'm not saying don't admit it, but I'm glad that you admit it in general, and it's also dope that she was cool with it.
Because I had a couple complaints like a couple years ago, about a year or two ago, about my dad not doing a good job, and this and that.
I don't like that guy over there.
Yeah, no, for real, like that. And he's all like, yeah, your company's a piece of shit. They don't do a good job. They took my money. They're basically robbed me and this and that. And it made me feel like shit, because that's not who we are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe my dad fucked up something, or maybe miscommunication or something happened, but at the end of the day, that's not who I am. And for like the longest time, that's to this day still, like, just brought it up, still sticks to my head. So whenever I do a job and something doesn't come out right, I'm like, that comes in my head. I'm like, bro, like, I can't have that. Like, that's not who I am. Like, I might have been lazy that day, but that's not how the job should be done. Like, I fucked up, and I'll take accountable. I'm like, hey, I fucked up. Yeah. And I'll let them know too, like, hey, I messed up. I apologize for them. It's on us. And it takes a lot for you to apologize. Cause you could be like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
It was done.
Exactly.
Maybe something else happened. Maybe your water's too high. Or maybe the pressure's too.
Maybe I don't feel like apologizing.
It's crazy to think there's actual like business people that like fucking own businesses and they fucking are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people would have just gaslit her.
And I've ran into some cool people like that too.
Or mechanics.
Like this one guy, I was doing a house in Awatuki, and he's all like, "You want to do this house?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, is it not? It's not yours." Like, nah. It's just I don't want to do his house. My wife's like, cause he has grass and all that, and I only have to deal with trees and this and this and this and this and that. And I'm like, okay. He's all so then that guy, he's all like, "Hey, this is my friend right there. Just talk to him, whatever." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Talk to that guy. Like the way we did the work. And then the guy that was told me that he didn't want to do his house, I took over his house. So now I have the house that he was doing in the week before. So now I do both houses. Because the guy across is friends with the guy across. So he's like, hey, he did a really good job, this landscaper. So then he's like, he fired his old landscaper and got me. So that's what I'm saying, like, bro, like, if it would just because he didn't want to cut his grass. And he had a lawnmower in his truck. He's like, I don't do that shit. And I'm like, bro, you would have cut the grass in fucking 5 minutes, probably less. And you would have kept that house and the house you have now. Now I took over your house and the new house.
Damn.
And it's like just because you're a fucking mindset.
The whole customer service shit, huh?
Yeah, too, but it's like your mindset, like the way you're thinking about that shit, just because it wasn't enough money.
Yeah.
But guess what, bro? Now you lost a house, and I gained that house, and I gained this house, and I'm making more money than you are
it's like
now.
That one move for the other move.
Maneuvers.
And you always take houses as much as you can, and then eventually, if you can't take care of all of them, then eventually you start losing them a little bit. Like, hey, I apologize, but I chewed more than I should have. I apologize, but this is this and this and you let them go. But always take as much as you can. Get more workers.
Because the way the game is.
Hard. Yeah, exactly what it is. Because you don't get opportunities like that.
That's
and look
true.
now, and then that guy liked the way. So then I got a call 2 weeks ago like, hey, when you come down here, talk to my neighbor across the street, like 2 houses down. He liked the way you guys work. He might want to have you do his yard too. And I'm like, well, bro, like basically just kicked out the guy that didn't want to do that guy's house, and he basically got kicked out of the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'm taking over his houses. And I'm like, bro, like, it's like just a mindset that you have, and like, you just gotta be nice. Take the hits.
It goes a long way, bro.
Yeah.
It goes a long way because there's plenty of times where I feel like I should match your energy, or I should match the energy I've been receiving lately to you. And then, it doesn't work out like that. Or I feel like for me though, it's not that it's not my character. I guess it is that. It's not that my character, but I feel like it doesn't work out for me because it's not meant to be like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That type of person.
Yeah, I could be trifling. I could be backstabbing or whatever, or petty. There you go. And it doesn't. I don't think it works out for me. I don't think it's supposed to be worded like that.
It's not your character.
Or it's just. Yeah. Or I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You have too much of a pure heart for you to be like that.
Yeah, maybe that. Like maybe too peaceful or some shit. I don't know. Some people don't like that either. You know, and I feel like because every time when I try to do dirty and shit, or like, because I used to do dirty a lot when I was younger, so I feel like a part of me feels like, oh, this ain't I'm no stranger to it, but it's not you anymore.
But you're learning. Yeah, you're learning.
Yeah, but that's not you anymore. You know what I'm saying?
It's like I feel like you can't tell me anybody you talk to down from like 10 years old to 20 years old has not done nothing stupid or nothing bad.
Yeah, true.
We all done something stupid, something we regret and all that, but at the end of the day, it's a learning experience. It's not something you should regret, nothing that you should hold back about. it's something that you learn from it. You experience it. And like I was telling my mom, you can't experience and grow something that you have never experienced and grow from. Because like my parents always tell me, like we talked about before, like, don't do this, don't do that, because I've been through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've been through it, but how do you expect me to feel the feeling, the pain, if I don't experience it? Like once you
Right.
experience it, you go through that path, then you know how it feels. Just because you feel it and you've been through it doesn't mean that I know how you feel.
Yeah, not to
Like-
mention it's just gonna be different.
Yeah,
Like it
every-
could be a completely different scenario. So
Oh, yeah.
same topic but different scenario.
Different
Exactly.
outcome.
Yeah,
different outcome.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
just the way your mindset or the way you're working with it. It's
And also,
what
you
it
need
is.
it's how you react too. That's the most important part too. Whether you're gonna react good or bad, like you need to experience that too. And
Yeah,
shit.
like sometimes you just need to get fucking get scared straight.
yeah,
and
or a
you
good
need-
ass beating.
Yeah, good ass
Sometimes
beating.
you get a good ass beating, bro. Because I hate to say that because I've experienced that enough time and shit where it's like, you know what? Okay, I'll take that.
And you
ass
get your ass beat
beating.
like, oh my gosh, I was acting out of headline. Like,
you know
here
what?
go, man,
I'll
I'm back.
take that. You know, I'll
Oh,
take that.
thank you. I needed that.
Right.
But it's like fucking financial lessons, physically, fuck it. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Emotionally.
And that's all mine was because my parents always told me, hey, don't do credit cards, don't do this. Like, pay money that you have, don't use money that you don't have. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And look at me now.
Max out the cards.
No, I haven't
just
maxed that, but I'm saying I got close one time.
Yeah,
but
just
I'm
kidding.
but I'm saying like they told me all the time, but I mean you don't know until you go through it.
Mhm,
So now
mhm,
that
mhm.
I went through it, and I'm like, okay, now I understand what they're going through. But it's like, just because you're telling me doesn't mean I'm fucking understanding. Like
Mhm.
I gotta go through it and then experience it with my own eyes, my own mind, to understand. Okay, you know what? They were right. Won't make that mistake again. And that's what it is, man. You gotta go through experience by yourself
Yes,
for you to
sir.
understand life.
Definitely.
It's like when they say when you go through a dark, like people that get depressed, you don't know how they feel because they're going through depression,
Yeah.
and then you get depressed, and they don't understand why you're depressed. So it's like people go through their own fucking path,
Their own demons.
their own demons to understand it.
Yeah.
It's like we need to have our own path.
yeah.
Everybody's path is different. Yours
Yeah.
is different. Mine's different. Yours is different.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Cause going back to like where you were saying this shit, like when you guys both said that during these dark, if I heard it correctly,
I remember
both,
clearly. Yeah.
Both of you guys said during this dark path you weren't necessarily thinking about God,
Mhm.
like not to be religious, but you guys could sound like you weren't thinking about it. That's crazy because like I was saying that during that time, I was still very productive. I was still very me, but on the inside I was going through really dark time. But it's crazy though. I felt like as much as I felt alone, I felt like that's the only thing I had left. You know what I'm
God?
saying? Yeah. I felt like for me that's the only thing I have left, and it's like okay, well I hope you're there and shit. Like
yeah,
I hope you're listening to me, or if not, it's nice to know that you're right over there. I just felt like at least I had that form a little peace.
Right.
But then it's like for me, it's like the light was kind of different. You know what I'm saying? I had to go through it still myself, and it's like a
You had a
dark
whole
cloud
different
that
experience.
yeah, because that dark cloud I felt was something different.
yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it took me it took me like a year and a half, almost 2, to really get through that, and I still got more to do. You know what I'm saying? We all do.
We all
not
do. We're
perfect.
never gonna be perfect. We're
But
all
like
gonna
it's
have
just
problems.
it's just crazy to think and look back on how much I healed or like got out of that light. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I could just laugh about it. Like I know I said this already, but I could just laugh about how like
Nah, that's what I told my girl today. Like all that stuff we're going through today, like this moment. One day we just look back at it like
Yeah.
that. You know?
Mhm.
in that
Oh,
whole,
they-
you know, and they say, "Oh, a year from now you'll be laughing about a thing in a different place in life." That's
Yeah,
true.
That's true.
But you know what's
pretty true.
funny? Like, I feel like I speak for everybody. Like right now, you and like, aren't you scared like every day of like the next step and all that?
Yeah.
But you know what's funny when you look back, like bro, like I've been growing. Like I grew like from being 20 years old to now, we have grown a lot. And to this day, we're still growing. Like tomorrow, I'm like, fuck. Like you stress out about a bunch of shit. Like stress out about shit. You feel like you need to work on your mental health and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then 10 years from now, you're gonna look back, like, bro, like I'm not the same person I was. Like I've grown. I've gotten better. I've gone like, and then from that person, you're gonna keep growing and growing. Like every day, you're always growing. You're never gonna be satisfied. You're never gonna fucking find that peace you need, but you're always gonna get better at it to get to that peace.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I've always been like that. Because I still feel like I'm a kid.
Yeah.
But when I look back when I was 21 to now, I'd rather be where I am right now than I was at that 21. Because I've learned
yeah, definitely.
so fucking much
Mhm.
in the last 10 whatever years.
Yeah.
And it's like, and still right now, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Like I'm still afraid of what I'm going through right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I don't know what next step. I don't know how to do this. But then guess what? Every day, I get there. Then I'm gonna look back again 10 years from now. I'm like, bro, why was I fucking crying? Why was I stressing about what I do? You know,
Yeah.
I'm
And it really is because like people would tell me too, like, "Oh, you'll get through it. You'll look past it." And bro, it's so easy to hear that, and it is. But I promise, like, you can get through this. You will get through this.
hell yeah,
You
everybody.
just gotta
wants.
stick through it, bro. You gotta really stick through it and shit, cause it's worth it. It's worth it, bro. And it's not necessarily because what's one thing a good friend told me. It's not you going back to normal. It's you becoming the new you.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I had to rebuild myself, pick myself back up, which is true. But like, it wasn't. Yeah, you're building a new you.
Yeah, we rebuild ourselves every day, every month, every week, whatever it is. We always rebuild ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We're never gonna be the same person we were yesterday.
So this is the thing that's I heard that every 7 years your body changes.
Like physically,
Physically,
your anatomy, the
Yeah.
atoms get
Something
replaced.
changes.
I
Yeah,
could tell.
like replaces.
Your cells get
Yeah,
replaced.
yeah. That's why I said like the whole fucking your taste palette changes and shit like that. Cause I used to love spicy food and now like I'm not a fan of it. I like my food.
Bro, lame as hell.
Yeah. Go
Did
ahead,
you
go ahead.
did you listen to
Probably the last
Eminem's
2
new
minutes.
song?
Huh?
Eminem's
I
new
heard.
song?
I tried to listen to the album a bit while I was driving, but it's too much of throwback Eminem for me. And I did hear a few people's opinions, but I decided to listen to myself. I just wasn't necessarily fucking with it.
But do you really listen to what he's saying, or do you like
he's
listen to the
he's spitting
beats?
for sure. Like he's spitting for sure,
Or
but
just not your
like
cup of tea?
I don't think it's just my cup of tea and shit.
Yeah, I forgot you
anymore.
like
But then
kidding.
again, I didn't dive
Kidding.
too deep. yeah, I don't fuck kidding.
California dream.
As always, fuck kidding. He failed us all.
You didn't listen to this.
What did you like?
He's
What
like,
you think about? What you think?
Tino, he's all pissed off, all aggravated.
He's at. What is that thing? That? Anyway. Oh, what do you think about the Eminem tape?
I like it. It's not. It's
What's
not.
a song people should look out? Really dive into?
Guilty and Conscious too,
Yeah.
because he talks about him inventing. So basically, people like beats and stuff like that. That's how they go off nowadays.
Rhythm.
Rhythm and stuff like that.
Sound.
They don't really listen to like actual what he's saying. So
Like
off,
the message
off
and stuff?
yeah, this song that he talks about is talking about him being Eminem and how he's trying to be a better person for his family, better person for everybody, trying to be more like just be there, be a better pure person.
Mm-hmm.
Now Slim Shady's trying to calm, say, hey bro, like remember, you only reason why you got all these deals, all these diamond records, all these platinum records, because the way you opened up, because you didn't give a fuck about shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, exactly, but I mean, I was doing it just to
He was
please
young.
the people and young, doing this and that. You know, I'm in a better headspace.
Oh,
where
that's the one where he's rapping by like himself, like fighting himself.
he's fighting himself, and then he ends
Yeah.
up killing one of them, whatever.
Slim
But-
Shady.
Oh, that's what it's called. The Death of Slim Shady.
No. Because he's fighting. But then if you listen to it from record 1 to the record 20, I think it is,
Mm-hmm.
it's about Eminem killing Slim Shady.
Mm.
Now, if you're listening backwards from record 20 to record 1, it's Slim Shady killing Eminem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So if
He
you,
made it happen like that.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like people don't
Damn.
understand that. People are just listening because people nowadays are fucking short-minded.
They don't listen to
and
the
short,
beats and shit.
yeah, they just listen to the beats. Like,
yeah,
oh,
no, because he was spitting. I like his lyricism is always
Yeah,
solid and shit, but I
he-
just don't fuck with the
he
beats.
basically talks about how. So the first song's about Renaissance. You know, talks about like Eminem trying to come back. You know, and this and that, and trying to kill Slim Shady.
Mhm.
Now the last song's called "Save Me," which is with the Jelly Roll and Eminem about how he's battling addiction, battling this and that. And then the next song's about him how Slim Shady's kind of taking over. And the third song's about him like he's not feeling himself anymore. Like he's kind of going like what is it called, like
Seizure.
no that movie where like the
Personal
guy,
disorder.
no, that movie where that guy kind of went back into his head and someone took over his body. It's
Get out.
Get Out, kind of like that, right? So basically, Slim Shady's taking over, and Eminem's conscious is going back deep into the hole.
Oh.
And there's a song saying, "Hey Haley, I died. Play this song when I'm dead," you know, because now Slim Shady took over.
Right.
So now if you listen from the beginning, it's Eminem fighting his demon, killing Slim Shady. So at the end, he's like, "I saved myself. You know, I'm done with the drugs. I'm done with everything. Slim Shady's done.
Mhm.
Now it's me just being pure Eminem." So it has two different like stories.
Different perspectives to
Yeah,
look at
but
it.
you have to actually listen to it. You have to actually like pay
I
attention.
haven't listened to it, so I don't know how to give it a listen.
It's a long fucking hours. I think it's about 2 hours.
Damn.
It's like almost a movie. But if you really pay attention and listen to it,
Yeah.
not all the songs are like catchy and all that, but the words he's spitting, like the meaning,
Yeah.
you're like, God damn, like this fucking dude's fucking a
Yeah,
genius.
No, yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Like his lyricism, his creativity is all there. I just didn't. I was driving. I didn't really sit down.
No,
and
you
listen to
actually
it.
got to sit down and actually listen to the full
Yeah.
album to understand, like,
Yeah.
bro, like, and it's funny because we all go like that. We all have that second personality. Like mine's Derek.
Derek.
You know how I pull up when I'm in Derek, just
Yeah.
like that. I'm all fucking
Oh,
crazy, partying and
yeah.
shit like that. And then
Yeah.
when I'm cool and calm, I'm Eric, just chilling, you know,
Uh-huh.
hanging out and stuff like that. And like, yeah, you're Tino, but then you're your sign. and stuff like that. You know, like
Yeah.
you have different fucking versions of yourself,
Right.
and then depending
We
on
all
who-
do.
yeah, depending on what you're hanging out with or who you're with, you change that personality
Oh,
to,
yeah.
to please people or
Mhm.
think you're
What's
that.
it called? Code switching?
Something like that.
Whatever.
I don't know. That's what I got off the album.
Well,
but
that's
anyway,
what I'm telling you, bro.
It's just
Thousands versions
gibberish.
of yourself exist.
yeah, I just gibberish off this last segment. But I'm saying like I don't know.
Okay, so should the people tune into that album, give it a chance?
No, honestly, yeah. If you actually have a fucking brain and you actually listen to the lyrics, I would. I would actually.
yeah.
Because most of that, it's all nothing but fucking beats and mumble rap shit. Like people
Yeah.
who fucking listen to Playboy Cardi, get the fuck out of here.
Zamp. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't heard of any Playboy stuff in a long time.
And
Do you know
please
that he's one of the
don't.
few artists that where his music, that his catalog of music is most majority is leaks?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, but he has a big ass fucking following, and he sings like a fucking baby. He has like that high pitch.
That's Cash Cardi.
That's how he says it. I'm like, bro, like, but I'm saying like
No, I'm not a huge fan of him anymore. But
Mhm.
Maxwell Cream goes pretty.
he
hard.
goes home, he goes into the room, and starts listening to him.
Yeah.
Fuck Eric, we
Yeah.
talking about
Man,
Playboy Cardi
he's
number
alright.
one.
He's not one of the
He's
bangers.
the goat.
Nah, I wouldn't say he's the goat. He's definitely not the goat.
He's a
kinda
fucking
whack.
sheep.
He's not that good. He's cool, but he ain't that good.
Yeah.
He's no
All right,
Maxo
all right.
Cream.
Or my ears are
Let's
fucking hurt.
let's wrap this up, boys.
All right, guys, take it away, Drew.
Take it away. Oh, fuck it. All right, it's my turn. Thank you for tuning in to the Put Me on Something podcast. I'm your host Alejandro Gomez.
I'm here, Kozos, Eric Vasquez.
So good, everybody. Goodbye. This is your son.
Where can I find us, Steven?
Spotify, audiobooks, YouTube,
Fuck, stop saying
TikTok.
audiobooks. They're not even on
We're
there.
on audiobooks, no?
No, we're not. That's only for audiobooks.
Grinder,
Audiobooks. Grinder. Find us on Tinder.
Swipe right,
Fucking
Swipe
Yelp.
right.
Yelp review us.
Help
Give us a
review.
good Yelp review.
Yahoo.
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Terrible service.
Send us an email.
Send us an email. The PMO.
Send us letters to our PO box. And all that stuff. You
that
know.
we never check.
Never check because we
Someone
don't
sends
got
a bomb to it.
one. Oh damn.
From Anthrax.
Oh, what the hell?
Anyways, my bad. I'm so sorry. This has been the Put Me on Something podcast. And I'm your son. And thank you guys for tuning in. You can find us on Spotify, Amazon,
Amazon.
YouTube.
This guy. Let me do this.
Fucking
But
Craigslist.
Do we not have? Do we
you can
not
find
have?
us. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and any platform that plays podcasts stuff like that.
and Netflix.
Netflix, of course. We have a Netflix special,
1,000 man with 1,000 kids.
something like that.
All right, guys.
But thank you. For,
Amazon, this guy.
Amazon has audio podcast.
We don't have that
I
shit.
don't know if we're on there. I can check. I will have to put it on there.
Don't you have to fucking pay for it or something?
Nah, I don't know. Maybe.
Whatever, guys.
Who knows? We'll see. But anyways, thank you for tuning in to the
Sponsored by
Put Me on Something
Monster.
podcast, baby. We're out.
Later.